guys, it's Jake here at Canadian Cutting Edge, and I really do like to use my P831 from Rike ever since I adjusted the thumb stud right there. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, watch my video on this. And it just flips open so easily now, and I carry this thing a fair bit. Great little light knife. Well, it's over 3 inches. It's a great knife to carry around. I'm talking about this one today because I got a package in the mail. Brand new knives from Ruike. I had my contact at Rike Knives Canada let me know when they came in, brand new for 2018. He emailed me on Thursday morning, said they're probably going to come in on the truck this evening. He's helping me out on his evening off, like, wow. And he told me, if you pay for them, you're going to be getting these in the mail right away. So they got mailed on Friday. Today's Monday. And I'm going to open this up, and we're going to take a look at the brand new knives from Rike Knives. We'll take a good look at these, and then we'll have reviews coming up soon. So let's open the package up and take a good look. Woo-hoo-hoo! I'm excited. Why? Because Rike Knives, while they're very much in the line of real steel and that sort, they're a fair bit less money. So stick around for the unboxing. I am so very, I don't know what the word is for it right now. I feel terrible right now. I found out that my unboxing of these knives didn't get recorded. Oh, okay, let's put those away. Let's show these to you. At least I'm going to let you see them in the order that I saw them. And then I did get a little bit of the end footage because I was recording for a while and I was about 3/4 of the way done. And then there was a beep noise, and I checked my camera, and I wasn't sure, but it had stopped recording at that point. So I started recording the ending, and so the ending got recorded, but not all of it. So I'm just going to show you these knives. I'm not going to pretend to reopen them. I'm nothing if I'm not authentic. I can't do fake. And so I can't just do an unboxing and pretend that I'm really thrilled by something I see brand new. But here we go. Here's this first knife that I unboxed. This is the P865-B. Since they put the B on there, I'm assuming they're going to have it in other colors as well. I'm not sure if they only have it in black right now, but my contact at Rike let me know on Thursday that these knives were in on Thursday morning. I don't know if I had said this before on the other recording or not, so I'm just repeating myself. On Thursday morning, he emailed me and said, Jake, I think I'm going to have knives coming in tonight. And the brand new knives for 2018 that you've never seen, and they haven't been in stock anywhere yet. And I said, well, if you get them in, how much is it going to cost? Let me pay you so that you can ship them to me as soon as they're in. So they came in on Thursday night. And so he spent some time Thursday evening, and he sent me a bill, and I paid it through PayPal. So Friday morning, first thing, he shipped these out, and it's Monday. And these came on Monday morning, and wow, I am thoroughly impressed with these knives. So this is the first one that I opened up. It looks a lot like a Quaken kind of style. We've got a very deep pocket clip there, and feels very, very light. Well, it feels light because it is very light. We've got a thumb stud, right side only. So lefties, yeah, not so much. I'm a lefty too, so I really do like having left-handed stuff as well. But unfortunately, this is not a lefty knife. It works. I've trained myself to be very good with my right hand. I'm actually better with my right hand with knives than I am with my left. And I think that's largely because I trained to eat, fork in my right hand, a left hand, knife in my right hand. And so from the time I was young, I got good with my right hand. And having 3 older brothers and an older sister, I was the youngest. Everybody else was right-handed, so everything was hand-me-downs, like sporting equipment and stuff. So I learned to be ambidextrous, and so I'm very good with my right hand with knives. And this is an excellent. I did say on a previous review once, over a year ago, I think it was, I mentioned a knife was a gentleman's / tactical knife. And boy, oh boy, some people got pretty upset with me for saying that. You can't say something's tactical and gentleman's. Those things are contradictory. They don't go together. It's like oil and water, blah, blah, blah. I'm tempted to say it again for this knife. This is definitely a gentleman's knife. It's light, it's small, it's discreet to carry, really deep carry clip. Doesn't weigh a lot. Look at that backspacer. All the way along, G10 backspacer. I don't mind backspacers at all. Liner lock. We've got a very fine bead blast blade, totally flat blade. I measured it before on the previous part of the video. And sharp. Whew, this is sharp. They've not only sharpened these knives, they've gone to the extent of doing a very light polish there. It's almost a mirror edge kind of polish. Not quite. There are some spots along here, even with the naked eye, I can see a little bit of scratches, but they've basically polished the edges on these. I am so impressed with the cutting edge on these knives, all three of them. I've never seen a budget knife come with an edge this beautiful, this well sharpened. It's unbelievable. I haven't seen $200 knives come out with edges this nice. Like, I'm telling you, this is awesome. So we've got a clip point blade here. Some might want to call it a drop point. Some might call it a reverse tanto, but it's not a sharpened edge. There's not even a swedge here. I'm calling it a clip point. Actually, since this is a flat edge, this is more of a Wharncliffe, technically. Technically, yeah, this is a Wharncliffe. Why did I miss that before? Full flat grind. Cool flourish here on the thumb stud. G10 with a ridge down the middle. And you've got very skeletonized liners in here, or quite skeletonized. It's a super light knife. Feels very good in hand. You could grip this thing any which way you possibly wanted to. Like, there's no wrong grip on this thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful light knife. So far, the only thing that I dislike about it is that we don't have a thumb stud that comes all the way through to the other side. I would have really liked a right and left thumb stud on this. Even better if this was a flipper. Woohoo, yes. You want to see a flipper? Okay, we've got this. This is the one I did third. And so this one's a flipper. Flips very nice. We've got a nice recurve. Again, we've got a flat grind. This is a saber grind instead of a full flat. Swedge all the way across the top. Nice drop point swedge there. Nice handle on this. And we'll get back to this. I want to talk about this one before we get to that one. Here's another knife that's very much in the school of this one, except for instead of having a ridge, it's just rounded. And it's got texture on it. It's not smooth polish. There's actually good texture there for grippiness. And then we've got nicely beveled, scooped edges right here. Blue anodized liners all the way throughout. Not just at the edges, but all the way throughout. And it's a two-hand opening knife. You don't see that very often these days, especially in the West. But there are countries where you're required to, if you have a knife that you're carrying on your person in public, it needs to be two-handed opening. And this is, got a nail nick right here, fairly close to the pivot, which I find kind of unusual. Usually it's the middle or so. But with the super smooth action that we have here, it's right there, opens very well. We've got a nice belly, high saber grind. There's no recurve. There's no sharpener's choil. I was going to say Spanish notch, but Spanish notch is right. It needs to have a sharpener's choil right there, and perhaps I'll add one myself. This is a knife I think I really want to keep. Like, it's just beautiful. I find this thing aesthetically, it is awesome for my likes. We get to like different things. We don't all have to like the same stuff. And I really don't mind having two-hand opening. In fact, if I'm carrying this knife in public and a lawman pulls me over or wants to see what I've got and stuff, this kind of knife is going to be totally non-threatening. Feels very, very good in the hand. Feels my hand very, very well. Feels great left or right. No hot spots whatsoever from that pocket clip. And I love the belly on this. a nice point there, a very gentle drop point, and flat edge, flat spot back here. Very nice sharpening job. Again, I'm just floored by how nice this sharpening job is. Very, very smooth. They did a great job with it. All three of these knives are 14C28 and Sandvik steel. This one, the way it's cut out here, a pinch grip is awesome on this knife. Well, any grip just really grips very well. There's no guard anywhere, you know, because it's not tactical in any stretch of the imagination at all. It just isn't. That's not the kind of knife that it is. Love this knife. Can't wait to review this. Nice liner lock. No blade play. Up or down, side to side, no problem at all. Very nice knife. It could use some skeletonizing. That would make it a little bit lighter, but it's not heavy at all. I'll put the weight for this one on the screen, or I would have put the weight for this one on the screen before. By the way, I like the hardware here. This flat hardware, awesome. I just noticed it now. I didn't see it before. That hardware is great. I was expecting hardware like this. I really, really like this. It's very, very nice. Very well made. Looks good, feels good, and I don't mind having a two-hand opening knife. And if you live somewhere where you need two-hand opening knives, consider this guy. I will have links for all of these down below in the description area. Prices are there. Please use my links to buy this if you care about Canadian cutting edge. I don't get any commission off of these, but Rike Canada sells these to me at a good discount. And so if you're in Canada, you definitely want to buy them from Rike Canada because these already are in the country, so you'll definitely get them. No need to have any cross-border issues going on. But even if you're in the United States, you can buy these from Rike Canada and they'll ship them to you quick. And the prices that you see on the website, those are Canadian dollars. So 75 cents United States money, American money, is about $1 Canadian. Very rough. It might be a little better than that right now. It might be a little bit worse. It all depends on the day of the week. But so if this was, you know, $50, it's around 40 American, very roughly. You know, so that's just to give you an idea. So those are those two knives, and this one's very different. This this third knife, we've got a handle that has got this milled lines in here, so it's very tactile, very good grippiness to it. Huge lanyard hole, no lanyard holes here at all. Pocket clip this time is not a deep carry pocket clip. Liners are fairly chunky. They are skeletonized, so that's a good thing. Very big choils here, so your hand gets in here and you've really got them in there well. I've got large hands that border on extra large, and I can just get my hand in there. So if you've got medium or large hands, North American sizes, you can probably do the same thing. Extra large hands, your pinky's going to go up here on this flat area, and that's a good grip as well. In fact, it gives you just a little bit more reach if you hold it that way. And it's quite comfortable that way. No jimping anywhere else. This one's got this extra lock here that you can slide forward, and then the liner lock cannot undo. But this one only has a flipper tab, which is good for when you're slicing through things. There's no thumb stud to get in the way. High saber grind. I really like this polish, this satin milled lines in here. Most of these knives, perhaps at least these two, maybe this one, are going to be very divisive. People are going to love them or hate them, I think. That's the sense I get. You're going to love or hate this. You're going to love or hate this. I think most people are really going to like this, the P865. This is just a very, very nice knife for what it is. But it'll take a special, North American especially, to carry this guy. And same thing here. You've got a nice sharpener's choil there. Comes in down after the plunge. I've got nice stones. I can easily sharpen this recurve. It's not that significant of a recurve that it's going to be hard to sharpen. I like that pocket clip. It looks like it's going to work very well. Let's get a pair of pants in here, and let's see. I might have to take a look in the camera if I can see it. There we go. It's hard to do upside down. I'm up on that end right there. It's hard to do this upside down. But the way they bent that there, they made it so it really fits in there well. You see, that's not much at all to show off. That looks good. That looks very good. Take that out. And these knives, they are going to carry super deep. Let's see. We put them on here. Slides on there so well. That feels great going on there. This one's a little bit bigger, but as you can see, you know, they go very nice and deep there. Two different kind of looks there. This one's more angular than this one. I am super impressed with these knives. That flips open so well, so smooth to open this one, and it flips so easily. Of course, this is the heaviest knife. I got them lightest to heaviest here. Just happened to be the order that I opened them up in. Three very different knives here. We've got a flat blade, nice belly here, and recurve. Three different ways of opening the knife. Two similar hand styles here, but different hand styles, grip styles, handle styles. These are very unique knives. If you're looking for a new knife, I encourage you to check out Rike knives. They've got all kinds of knives at a very good price. I really think that I can honestly say that between Rike knives and maybe Tangram knives, those are probably the two best budget quality knife companies right now. They're both Chinese. Tangram is made by Kaiser. Rike, you know, they're their own company. I think, well, Rike Knives has got a much wider selection of knives than Tangram does. Both companies are very young brand names. Definitely worth checking out. A lot of different knives by Rike Knives. I've got a large selection of their knives that I've reviewed, so check out my reviews on these knives. This company is going to go somewhere, and they are going with a bang. Even the finish on this, like that, the bead blast on here and the bead blast on here, these are two different treatments. You can, both of them seem to me to be bead blasted, but they look different one to the other. And they both look really, really good though. And then this satin treatment here, like these knives are awesome. Well, let's go to the ending that I recorded before when I was actually in the middle of opening them up. Isn't that beautiful? A beautiful set of Rike knives that are awesome looking, super light, quite light, solid, and not heavy. I'm telling you, Rike, you guys have knocked it out of the park. You are doing awesome work, and the prices are unbelievably low for what you get. Guys, if you have not bought a Rike knife, it's time to go check them out. If you're in Canada, you can go to Rike Canada. I've got the link below. They've already got these knives in the country. It took them Friday to Monday to mail this to me, so you can get them in a few days. Oh, wow. And they'll ship to the United States. So if you're in America and you want to get these, you can find other sources if you want to. But if you like my channel, please support the company that supports me. Rike Canada is a distributor, not the manufacturer. So you're supporting both the manufacturer and that distributor who's helping me out if you buy from Rike Canada. And they've got a wide selection for you to choose from. Good looking knives, good feeling knives. And I'm telling you, I know I'll be carrying this guy an awful lot. And I'm quite sure I'll be carrying these other two as well. This seems to me to be a really good summertime knife when you're out and about, especially when law enforcement is higher and stuff. This kind of knife, they're going to see as much lower of a risky knife as a threatening knife. Anytime you have two-handed opening, the threat is much lower. I don't know why they think if a knife can be opened quickly that it's much more dangerous. The thing is, anybody using a knife, if you're worth any salt at all, that saying's kind of weird. If you're worth your salt, you're going to have your knife ready before you need it. And if you're ready before you need it, you know, it doesn't matter that it takes a second extra to do that compared to, you know, doing this. That takes no time whatsoever, but this takes very little time as well. You know, it just, wow. That's a good looking knife. I am so impressed. Look at that thumb stud. Well, maybe I'll give you a close up of that thumb stud. Yeah. Wow. I am so impressed by these knives. Rike knives, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for watching my channel. You really do need to check out Rike Canada. Rike knives, I love what you're doing. I won't have reviews of all of these out super quickly. In the comments below, tell me which one you want to see first and which one you want to see second. And I'm going to tally those votes after 2 days. And that's the order we're going to do them in because I know you guys are very interested in seeing these. I'm sure this guy's going to come in last. But maybe somebody's going to prove me wrong. But I love this knife. Love it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Leave your questions. Remember, always cut towards your chum, not your thumb.